Welcome back, everyone, to Wright and Rustic Woodworking. This week, I'm going to attend to a part of my shop that desperately needs some attention. The right and left-hand sides of my miter box are terribly cluttered with little throw items like pencils, tape measures, knives, and it's time to come up with a new plan. I've designed a cabinet which is going to actually pull out from the wall and turn on an axis. I've always wanted to have my layout tools evenly mounted on a flat surface. So I'll use the back of a cabinet to put my tools hanging, almost like a tool library, and then in the back side of that will be storage cabinets. Having this cabinet in place is also going to force me to find a new home for little cutoffs and different items that you see here. First, a little bit of cleanup with my Rockler extendable hose. In order to have the cabinet have clearance to the right of the miter box, I'm going to have the entire thing pull forward on drawer slides, and then the full cabinet can turn on its axis of a turntable, which I've purchased online. So the primary idea here is that I'll remove everything on the side of the cabinet. I'll have a base plate of wood that will mount onto here, and then the turntable which I purchased will mount atop the cabinet, and then hopefully the cabinet can pull out, clear the side, and then the entire top cabinet can spin around, revealing my tools on the back and storage on the front. First, I'll break down the panels on the table saw. I have various buddies around the shop, and here's one of my favorites. In order to complete the totality of the cabinet carcass, I'll have to change my blade out to perform a dado cut in all of the parts.
Way down in Louisiana, down in New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good, who never ever learned to read or write so well. He could play a guitar just like he's ringing a bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, go, go. Johnny be good. He used to carry his guitar in a gunny sack and sit beneath the trees by the railroad track. The engineer could see him sitting in the shade, strumming to the rhythm that the driver made. And people passing by, you know, they stop and say, "Oh my, that little country boy sure can play." Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. Johnny be good.
Doing that test fit dry of all the parts prior to adding glue is a very important step. It lets you know if there's any mistakes along the way or adjustments that need to be made before final glue up. Alrighty, and what you'll see here is a couple poplar boards I got from my local wood supply store, and I'm putting these through the table saw to make face frames. And what's unique about the setup of my cabinet is you can see I have it up on a couple cleats, so I can actually run my stock right underneath through the table saw. I cut each piece of face frame 3 times to make the perfect amount of leftover edge banding for future projects, and likely the shelves for this very same project, using every little inch. What you're seeing here is the base plate that will sit atop the drawer slides. It's been edge banded off camera with poplar. Just looking at the home where the drawer slide out's going to be, this is where some planning on the front end is going to save a lot of time and hassle on the back end. Come on in and I'll show you. So what you can see here is that when the slides come out, I've got my level set on here. The front of the drawer slide out is going to bend down because of the weight of the entire cabinet. And so to counteract that, I actually found some little 1/2-inch casters that will mount on the side of the panel, and that'll help keep everything level. All right, well, everything came out perfect with the table mount. There was one little oversight that I had, and that's off to the right. Where the casters are mounted, it actually overhangs my workbench by just a little bit. But those things happened, so I have an old piece of dining table which I'll cut off a length of straight wood and attach to the side. And I'll make sure that it's hardwood because it's going to have a lot of play and movement over the years from the casters, and I don't want it to groove out. So let's get that done. Sometimes we forget the things we learn when we're children. This was always something I found really neat, and I use a lot now as an adult and a woodworker. Whenever I have to hang a picture or make a template, I'll trace the object with a pencil. A quick transfer of the template to the cabinet allows for perfect placement. With the cabinet carcass in place, now it's time to start making some drawers for the front of it. This particular design is not going to use drawer slides, but I'll talk more about that later. For now, I'm going to sand all of the faces and side rails at the same time. This is the most efficient way to do this and make sure everything is even. Sanding is probably 70% of what I do as a woodworker, and this is not a product plug, but you can see my headphones here. I would highly recommend them to anybody. They're 3M work tunes, and you can use Bluetooth to connect to whatever you want. in this case, hockey. Building drawers can be monotonous and very difficult when you only have one set of hands. So this little jig I built helps hold one side of the drawer in place while you can attach the face. Earlier, I had mentioned that I decided to make my drawers free of slides. I think this is great because it saves quite a bit of money on the wallet and actually allows you to take the drawer out of the cabinet to bring to the workbench. Here, I'm applying paste wax, which is a very important step. It'll help the drawers slide freely. This was that heap of sandpaper I had to the left of my miter box. It's finally going to have an organized home. Well, here it is, the rotating tool cabinet. This is going to be a wonderful addition to my shop. Is it the perfect piece of cabinetry? Absolutely not. I learned lots of things along the way, and some things I might change. It's going to be great to have two sides of tool options. Everything's within reach on this side, and on the other side is my layout tools. I think what's most important is that when you want to do something, you just give it a go. Thanks a lot, folks. See you later.